Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. Really good one, right? So, Chris, where were you thinking? What was in your mind when you first saw that?
Probably in a place where we were still at a place sort of just culturally, certainly in my mind, is you're trying to wrap your head around something that we've said it 1,000 times now. It's like we are in unprecedented times.
Right.
And it's easy to say that most of your life, but this is like genuinely the
It
thing.
is. I hate the word. In fact, no one likes to use it anymore. And I was listening to a podcast that was recorded in April, and someone said it. I'm like, what?
Big deal. Like that was yesterday. But we're still trying to wrap our head around something that we have no template for.
Yeah.
And I would say I was frustrated in my prayers for a lot of the time because it felt like I was going to God and saying, how should I pray here? What do you want me to do? And largely his answer was, and don't get me wrong, I don't think God was silent. I think it was more like a wink, like there's something coming, right? And so I felt like I wasn't supposed to do, or at least I couldn't get any direction on what to do. And it really forced me to lean in more.
Right.
And not get myself all wrapped up as if I have to solve it.
Well, and it's not even the solving piece. For example, you live in the town that Soma exists, so for you to even go into the office or do things kind of just was normal.
Right.
Even when no one else was there because you're by yourself.
Right.
So
I get social distance
right.
at the office.
I'm down, about an hour south of town, and I drive up a couple days a week, and so. And Christine's a teacher, so and I've got 2 kids, one in high school and one in college. So our whole family's life was disrupted. So then you're like, I know from you saying like, I don't know what to do. Like,
right.
I can't solve this. My life isn't really changing much, and I think that we get. It's almost like you have a sort of guilt, like a survivor's guilt, and I think that can get in our heads too. But when Chris says we need to approach God, we need to spend more time watching, praying, and less time watching Fox, less time watching CNN. I love how he did that.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care what side you're on.
Yeah, stop it. And get on our knees and pray and seek Him out and look for those solutions. So
I think it's probably one of the bits of advice, like you could hear that at any time in any situation, and you're like, yeah, that's true. But it sort of doesn't ring until you have no other choices.
Yeah.
And what I hope for myself is people have asked this interesting questions like, what have you learned during the pandemic, for example, that you hope to keep, that will stick around?
Yeah.
And one of them is this, like, I know that I had become too sloppy about really not seeking God's first, right? And so whatever would come down the pipe, I felt like I was pretty clever and I had done some things, and so I had my own solutions. But my impulse should be to go to heaven first.
Yeah.
Because who knows what opportunity I'm missing? Lord knows they know better than I do. So
Right.
I keep saying they. It's an interesting term. But I love that idea of like looking outside of this dimension is a powerful habit to have.
It is. It really is. I just thought of a video game ideas that we're doing about third dimension stuff.
Is that right?
Fourth dimension stuff.
Fourth dimensional stuff.
Off the topic there. So, all right. Well, we're glad you joined us again. Thank you for coming every other week, and thank you for listening to the podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks with another Tempus Divum. Take care.